What's up guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be telling you about my ghost stories in this house that I'm in right now. That has occurred in my room as well. So I moved into this two-story house with my family about 2 to 3 years ago. And I remember when we first walked into the house, I was like, hell no. I was like, I am not staying here. The house at the time was like a yellow kind of pastel looking color. And then I remember we walked inside, and if you guys have ever seen the original Jumanji, how dirty that house was, it was this house. Like, it was disgusting. So we cleaned this house and we made it like really nice, and then we also painted the outside. And I was like, yeah, all right, like I'll give it a go. And then the first occurrence was I was walking up the stairs at 3 a.m, and I remember I was on FaceTime and I was looking at the time, it was like 3:30, which is witch's hour. And like the FaceTime hung up because we have really bad reception here. And then all of a sudden I hear an old man say, Nicole, which is my name, obviously. And I remember I was like, what the hell? And all of a sudden this wind just hits me and my whole body goes cold, and I was like, but the funny thing is that every time a friend comes and sleeps over, as they drive into my house, they're like, we see an old man standing on your balcony, which the balcony is right over there. And then I think it was a few days after this occurrence happened, my mum and I were sleeping in my brother's room, which is next to my room. So it's my room, brother's room, balcony. And then it's our rooms are here, and then there's just this whole living area room thing, looking thing. Anyways, so my mum and I were sleeping in my brother's room, and I was drifting off to sleep, but I heard these whispers, and I was like, oh no, it's probably mum, because my mum reads. And then I was like, Mum, stop. And she was like, did you hear that too? And then 30 seconds after that happened, my dog starts growling. And my dog's Sammy, he's the eldest dog. But the weird thing is my dog hates men, any men, young men, old men, anything to do that's a man. And it just really I was like, oh no. And then also to do with that room, my cousin was sleeping in that room, and she has a 1-year-old baby. And the baby was in the cot and she was on the bed. And then the baby started crying, and she looked over, and my mum was holding the baby. So she was like, oh, it's okay, my mum has it. So she turned back around and went to sleep. And then after about 10 minutes, the baby was still crying. And as she looked over, the baby was standing up in the cot, and my mum was gone. And then the next morning, I was eating my Weet Bix. And my cousin comes in, and she was like, Maggie, which is my mum's name, she was like, were you with the baby last night? My mum was like, I was never in your room. Maybe it's the old man. Another occurrence that happened was my cousin was walking up the stairs, and as she got midway to the stairs, she heard something. And my mum was in the kitchen busy making dinner or something. I don't know where I was. And my mum heard Maggie, which is my mum's name. And my mum was like, yeah, yes, and then no reply. So my mum walked to the stairs, and my cousin's standing there holding the rails, and my cousin goes, did you hear that too? So creepy. And then I think after about a month, maybe a few months after that happened, my best friend and I were at Chermside, and it was 11-12 at night. And my mum calls me, she's like, hey, did you call me? She's like, are you home? And I was like, no, I'm at Northax, because she didn't know I was at Chermside. And then she was like, oh, okay, all good. And I was like, Mum, what's wrong? She's like, nothing. I was like, Mum, tell me. And she was like, I heard you calling my name from upstairs from your room. And I'm sitting in the room. And then I think about a month ago, I was laying in my bed, drifting off to sleep, but I was I think I was watching YouTube or something. And I turned my phone off, and I'm going to bed, and then all of a sudden I hear this scream, the loudest scream, and it's not on my phone. And I remember so I'm facing the wall, and my door was here, and I remember I just turned, and my dog, Sammy, who also did the growling, was in my corner looking at me growling. But the thing is, with my room, this corner that I'm filming next to, I've seen I don't know if a kind of a black spirit. It's a very dark spirit, I can tell that, but it's I don't know how to explain it. Like, my mum's seen it, like, all my friends have seen it, even I've seen it. Like, it just kind of stands in this corner. I hope it's, like, not behind me in this video. That would be creepy. But that's everything. Oh, wait. When my mum and I were in Sydney, my dad was waiting, like, to go pick us up from the airport, and he's busy downstairs watching, like, the rugby. And we have plants, like, next to our TV. And none of the windows are open. There's no fans, no aircon on. And the plant just moves. Like, the whole plant kind of tips and then goes back up. And my dad was like... And then my dad drove to the airport, like, 6 hours early. But, like, yeah, I guess, like, plants move, like, the leaves. But, like, the whole plant and the pot kind of just, like... Which I don't know if I can explain that. But I'm a Christian, and so is my whole family. And we've had this house blessed and, like, holy water. But I don't feel safe in this house. Like, if I'm being honest. My mum does, but I don't. And a lot of my friends who come here are just like... But no, that's the end of the story. If I decide to be brave enough, I will try to see what's in my house. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I can't wait to show you guys my next video.